Okay. I'm here. Let me just go turn over to the show. Okay. We got a little echo here. I want to give a big shout out to the people that pretty much know what we're about to do. This type of series, haven't did it in years because we didn't have to do it. Just want to make sure I save everything where I need to. I also want to make sure that I get some stuff out the way that I need to. I just wanted to be ready. Big shout out. I might get to that super chat in just a little bit. Okay, that works. Okay. This is The Truth Hurts. The Truth Hurts is a very old series. I use it to completely dismantle Xbox fans, their theories, their lies, their bullshit. And that's just what it is. If you don't know about it, you'll learn. I'll run through a brief history of it. Let's get started. I'm going to go over a small brief history of The Truth Hurts. So if you don't know, The Truth Hurts was a series I started many years ago. It dates all the way back to 11 years. I talked about the truth. I talked about history of the console war, pivotal moments of the downfall of Xbox, including, one of my oldest channel, which was titled Pyro 2000X, and how Xbox fans had false flagged my YouTube channel many years ago in order to stop the spread of the truth. I told the truth about right here about the Wii U. Again, that's 12 years ago. All of the times I've made A Truth Hurts, it wasn't good for the other side. It also spelled failure for the other side. And it all came to be true. You know what happened with the Wii U. You know how big of a failure it was. I was talking about it being a failure before people admitted that it was a failure. And again, as you can see right here, we had, and I told people about this. A lot of people don't know, and a lot of you guys still don't believe. When I was covering the console war in the earlier days, before you guys even knew there was a console war, there were grown men that looked at Nintendo's next console of the Wii U. They thought that it was powerful, and they thought that they were going to win. And this is something that happens with Nintendo fans, and this has happened multiple times with Xbox fans. Anytime Microsoft does anything new, they think that there's a W on the horizon. That is where people like myself have to bring these individuals back down to the reality. And if you don't, there's going to be a problem. I'll just go back all the way to this one, 11 years ago. Episode I did for The Truth Hurts. about the Xbox One only does 720p. And now, it doesn't only do 720p, but most of their games were 720p and even below. It was one of the major reasons why people picked up a PS4 over Xbox One, because it just was more powerful. Again, as you see, a lot of Wii U coverage, making sure that I have the history and I covered it, even though other people weren't, to remind people that, hey, bro, this was not a good system. You know, let the record show that this was not a good system. I am now back. After all these years, as you can see, over 10 years, 12 in some cases, of me covering The Truth Hurts, I am now back. Didn't think I was going to have to make another episode, but I am now making a new Truth Hurts episode. This is for the Xbox's ROG Ally promotion. Their partnership. Microsoft's partnership with ROG Ally to make a Xbox branded ROG Ally. It is not a stand-in for the Xbox's... Where's my fucking phone? It is not a stand-in for the Xbox dedicated handheld. I want to make sure that I get at least 2 images before I continue to get started with this. I also want you guys to know that we will be taking a look at a sneak peek of the Final Fantasy 16 technical analysis by Digital Foundry, posted an hour ago. It's a sneak peek inside of their Digital Foundry Direct, and I've already saw the clip on Twitter. It does confirm that on performance mode, PlayStation 5 is doing 1080p, and Xbox Series X, not S, not the shitty little brother, their pro version, the Xbox Series X, is doing 720p on performance. These are facts. I have the proof. I've gotten attacked multiple times over the last 48 hours by Xbox fans. They got so rejuvenated with this ROG Ally that they came out of their caves and they are running around the gaming streets as if this is some W. It is the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. They are completely misguided as a fucking fan base. And again, I wouldn't be doing this. There's no reason for me to do The Truth Hurts after all these years of me not needing to do one. Why would I have to do one after 10 years? But I'm going to put them to bed. They need to be put to bed. Big shout out to King Thrash. He has done his video as well. You know, really great video. This is not to do anything with King Thrash. This has everything to do with the individuals that claim they know. You know who you are. Man, bro, when it comes to you guys and me guys, when it comes to gaming, when it comes to gaming history, some individuals, they you know, on the Xbox side, you have to understand, I'm not like you. I'm on a different level when it comes to this. I respect gaming, and I respect gaming history. Where a lot of people were afraid to even admit that they were gamers when they were younger. I was not. Okay, so we're gonna cover this. I got 2 pictures I'm sending over to the PSN right now. Actually, I want to send over all of the ones. So I want to send over this one, because I have I have a ton of evidence. So I'm sending that one over. I want to send this one over. There's so much, man. Like really, there is so much. Send those two over, and then I'm gonna send this one. Yeah, it will be this image, and then I get one more image, and I'll be ready. Thank you guys for your patience. I got home from work not too long ago, so I had to extend the start of this stream. It was gonna be at 3 p.m. I should have probably made it for 4 p.m. anyway. Okay. Oh, okay. I think I'm good. Let's go take a look at the digital Foundry part. Big shout out to them for doing timestamps. Most of the time they fucking don't. They talk a lot. I know I do too. Looks like they did a performance test. Whatever. We're not doing that one. We don't care about that one. Here it is. This is their Final Fantasy VI analysis. Let's go see what they have to say about that. I'm going to move this up to 88 volume.
That caught our eye at the Xbox Showcase was the reveal of not one but two Final Fantasy games coming to Xbox consoles, one of which was quote
okay, let's get started. Let's listen to what he has to say about the Xbox
Final
version.
Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. Obviously, it's out on PlayStation. It's coming to Xbox, which is a delight.
Platform that's extant. We don't expect too much, but this is like throwing me for all kinds of curveballs. So yeah, this is just a quick look. It's not a full review, obviously, but I compared a number of matching shots and a cutscene in the early game across the 5 mode and console variations we have here between PS5, Series S, and Series X, and the results are bizarre. So starting with Series X, it has 2 visual modes, a graphics mode and a frame rate mode, just like PlayStation 5. But the graphics mode has some weird problems relative to PS5. Firstly, the Series X is softer and lower resolution. So in this shot, the PS5 is at 1440p roughly, and the Series X is at 1224p or so. So that's a bit of a curious difference. Oftentimes we don't see that big of a resolution divergence between the two consoles, and oftentimes it favors the Series X in these comparisons. But in this case, it's favoring the PS5 by quite a large margin, and it's a lot softer. Both seem to be using the TSC-MAA plus FSR1 combo, but the PlayStation 5 version shipped with at launch. But the Xbox version is consistently lower resolution, and you can easily count the stair steps here. There seems to be a contrast difference between the two. I have both consoles set to default brightness in this game with HDR off, limited range capture, but on Xbox the highlights are not as bright and sometimes the shadows are a little bit lifted. It's really weird. There are some other minor visual differences, like some divergences in the grass shadows here, and there are also some issues in some shots where there's a dramatic divergence in the foliage rendering, where the Xbox just kind of looks broken in some trees and some bushes here, so that's very odd. Just as a sanity check, by the way, I did just like make sure there's nothing wrong with my system or something. I tested Doom the Dark Ages on both consoles. I quickly matched up some shots, and they looked identical in terms of the gamma presentation, the brightness, and the contrast, and all that good stuff. So yeah, just a weird issue with this game apparently. Both of them run the game at 30 FPS without any particular drops. Both PS5 and Series X here generally do run the game at 30 FPS. Then there's the frame rate mode, which threw me for even more curveballs. So it's similar, but the resolution difference is even bigger. It's a huge difference. So in this shot, we're going back to this shot. PS5 is 1080p. Series X is 720p. So it's a lot lower. It's consistently lower throughout the shots I tested. I believe there is DRS here. It also has some level of detail concessions, so there's less detailed archways here and less detailed foliage. But in performance terms, the PS5 in this area is super wobbly in this opening kind of section, between 45 and 60 FPS, typically except in battle, where the res decreases and performance hits 60 FPS more regularly. That John covered that kind of optimization strategy in his initial video. That does seem to be the case here still. But Series X is basically a locked 60 FPS
I want to pause.
in combat and during exploration outside
now,
of cutscenes, which run at 30 FPS.
I couldn't do this
platforms,
test because
Series X is at 60 FPS.
obviously
then
we don't have
Series
a
S,
120,
has one mode,
so my TV is only going to be capturing the
relative
fluctuation,
to Series X, frame rate mode.
you know, of games that are 60 and above. If a game is just 60, it's not going to show me on my TV that it's dropping below 60. That's where somebody like Digital Foundry is going to come in. I already have two videos, Hogwarts Legacy and Mandragora, that I've already captured videos for and audio. And I just got to go edit those two. And I want to get those out for the JTech Foundries. The reason why I want to do that is because first of all, I don't think Digital Foundry did a good job with Hogwarts Legacy, showing off just raw gameplay of you just playing. They do pick and choose what they want to show, and I won't be doing that. I will be doing normal play sessions. I think both of those videos are roughly about 12 to 13 minutes long. Mandragora going to be the same thing. It's going to be a lengthy test with me talking, and that's going to give us a more true analysis of what these games are doing on this hardware. Now, I said all that to say, when they said that during the combat phase, the Xbox Series X was flawless and it never dropped 60, that may be true. This is what I don't like about this. He did not run this on Pro. Digital Foundry never went back to do a technical analysis of Final Fantasy 16 running on a PS5 Pro. And seeing as though this game just came out to Xbox and the PS5 Pro is clearly out, they own one, and they refuse to run this shit on a PS5 Pro. That's fucking sketchy. These are the types of things I don't fuck with. And again, there's been games like Dreams, there's been games like Infamous Second Sons that they just never went back to test. There's been tons of other games that they've shitted on for horrible performance on PS4 or even PS5, and the Pro is sitting in their office and they have not done any updates to any of these performance tests, and that is a major issue with me. But I have tested out Final Fantasy 16. I think it was, if it wasn't last week, it was the week before it last, where we even had we were streaming it in one of our live streams, and it was in the timestamp as well for gameplay, and I had no problem. All I know, I was playing a game on New Game Plus, and the enemies were spongy, but I didn't spot any decrease in performance. And I will say I did finally get my medicated glasses, and they are really awesome, and I can see much, much better with them. So, I will be using my glasses to see even better than I ever was before. But, yeah, I don't like that they did that. I really don't like that they did that. And they continue to do it. Again, the Pro is sitting in their office and they won't do an update to any of these tests. It's not like they have to go and make a 30 minute video. All you have to do is say, hey, well, this was a part that the PS5 had a problem in. I see that there's no problem here on running that same area on a PS5 Pro. And they won't do it.
And it runs at a...
I think that's Arnold in the comment section. You said,
do
they compare PS5 Pro against PC now? They tend to not do that anymore either, because in some cases PS5 Pro embarrasses a PC that's on that type of level, where there have been PC fans that say, well, if I have a 3060 or some shit, it's equivalent of PS5 Pro, or it's better or whatever. And they no longer do those types of head-to-head tests. They also no longer do head-to-head tests with PS5 Pro and Xbox Series X. That is just something they don't do anymore. The outcome is going to be pretty obvious that the PS5 Pro is going to outperform the Series X. And I don't think that they want the Xbox Series X to look any worse than it already does. Again, does it matter? No. Console war is over. It just really, again, we're getting all their games, like whether it be Gears of War, Forza, and that, of course, Halo's coming over. Again, they show their bias, right? They show their bias. If you're a PC fan, you got a lot of love for fucking Xbox. Simple as that.
Rather from a Series S conversion, which is basically, yeah, kind of delivering a 30 FPS experience that's similar to the other console's 60 FPS experiences. So I don't know quite what to think here. The contrast issue and a couple other issues I think need to be addressed. It's very bizarre. I don't recall that being a problem on the PC version, that contrast issue, when we covered it last year. In general, I'm kind of split on the Xbox optimization approach here on Series X, because I think dropping res to hit 60 FPS is a good approach, generally speaking. I do like that approach, but 720p with this kind of poor quality Intel TAA and the kind of FSR1 upscale, I think it's a little bit rough. Maybe something like FSR2 would produce a better result, but also this game is just really heavy. Like, it is one of the heavier console games we have at the moment, even 2 years out. So I'm not sure you'd necessarily get a good result in either case at 60 FPS, but I have been playing this game, by the way, recently on PS5 Pro. I've been playing through the DLCs, and even in the frame rate mode, it doesn't stay
so
at high
he said he's
playing
the game on his personal PS5
the PlayStation 5 Pro's VR window.
And he said
like
it's
often
hitting dips,
FPS.
but
So
professionally,
configured weirdly,
Digital
no
Foundry hasn't
what
done
way
a
you
tech
think about it,
analysis
what way you look at
Final
it,
Fantasy
with the
16
DRS behavior, with the Intel
running
PA.
on a PS5 Pro. And that right there is where you stop trusting Digital Foundry. It's like, okay, you're showing us a PS5 dipping, but I want to see that same spot on the PS5 Pro and show me if it's dipping. Now, he claims that VRR, the Final Fantasy 16 supports VRR. I'm gonna go ask Google Gemini and see what we can get an answer from them. If Final Fantasy 16 does run at VRR, trying to target 120 frames, then I should be able to do a tech analysis and stand in for Digital Foundry, because again, the PS5 Pro is about to reach the 1 year anniversary, and Digital Foundry has yet to do a tech analysis. And I think there's 3 of them right here. I know about Alex Bugaga. There's another guy. Maybe there's a 6th guy, but there's 5 of them that I know of. I feel like there's enough for them to just get some raw footage and capture a little bit to show, hey, well, this is running a little bit better on Pro. We know it's an awkward game. We know it's an awkward engine, but yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
With FSR1, with all this stuff, with how heavy it is. So yeah, in general, just a weird port. I think it has some significant issues. I think they do need to be addressed. But, you know, depending on how you look at it, the 60 FPS performance is a lot better than PlayStation 5 consoles. So if that's what you're after, regardless of whatever image quality hit you have to take to get there, maybe this is something worth considering, but I think there's some weird issues here.
I'm wondering if the conversion work actually came from the PC version as opposed to porting over the PlayStation 5 version, which may have caused some of these oddities and cutbacks where we don't expect to see cutbacks. Yeah, because that was kind of super heavy as well. When you know, it's funny that when I'm listening to what you're saying about the Xbox version, it just makes me think of the PC version and some of the trials and tribulations we had with that version of the game, as opposed to the PlayStation 5 version. So yeah, curious. Any thoughts, John?
Wow, that was a gigantic amount of information, Oliver.
Sorry.
All that is to say is that, yeah, they just made different decisions with resolution, and it has some weird brightness issues going on. If we summarize it up, that's about it, right? No, I mean, I think this is, frankly, I think this is a game.
It would have been nice if they.
It's one that I'm like, okay, it's a 30
if this game was made with PS5.
But I think the motion blur is good enough where
if Square Enix wasn't
and with the
thinking
cinematics being 30 anyway, I feel like it feels pretty consistent and fine at 30.
They could have put all their focus on the PS5 version, and probably did even better. And the reason why I say that is because we know Square Enix isn't the best. If Guerrilla Games and Kojima can easily get a heavy cinematic experience like Death Stranding and Horizon Forbidden West to easily hit 60, locked at 60, with a higher resolution, upwards of 1800p with checkerboard rendering, then I don't understand how other developers can't. They're all using the same fucking dev kit. They now have access to a PS5 Pro. At this point in time, it's the same shit that happened during the PS3. All these generations later, and PlayStation trying to make so many concessions for third-party developers to get the best out of their hardware, and they're still cutting corners. Yeah, it looks better than the Xbox version, but on the performance side, they should have did a much better job. Okay, back to it. Yeah, not a big fan of whether it's Square Enix or you can talk about any developer that's they're having their own personal problems, or anybody using Unreal Engine 5. You know, even though it runs better on PlayStation, it could run flawlessly if you have more time to develop. But when you're developing the game for multiple different PC SKUs and graphics cards, and you're developing the game for Xbox, and now you're going to be trying your hardest to downgrade all of the experience from all the platforms I just named to put it on Switch 2, if that is the case. Not a lot of developers have announced Switch 2 versions for any of the games we learned about this weekend, but if they start to do that, that's just a huge fucking load, you know? And it's a small payoff, because a lot of these games are not going to sell good on Switch, and we already know they're not going to sell good on Xbox. So, I mean, I don't blame Square Enix for having a shitty port for Final Fantasy 16 on Xbox. They're not going to buy the game anyway, so they don't even give a fuck. But they do get better performance for some weird reason. I don't know if it was the teraflops or what, but they do get better performance for Final Fantasy 16. It's just they have to play it at 720p in order to get that lock 60. So
it's yeah. Just it's yeah, it'd be nice if you could enjoy it at 60 with like
So again, I mean, remember
visuals.
Digital Foundry, they're PC centric.
That I feel like 720p and the combination
and
of
you can see over here, this is PlayStation at 1080p
for me. I think it's just too low.
and look how blurry it is over here on Xbox at 720p. So again, you're not getting a lock 60 on PlayStation 5, but you're not getting 720p. So I feel like it's a better trade-off, but obviously you would want a lock 60. But you don't want a lock 60 if you're going to have to look at 720p the whole time. So that's what they ended up doing. To each their own. I want developers to work harder, third-party devs, but they never do. Again, I do like the presence of Digital Foundry because a lot of these developers now know that these types of things, they can no longer get away. They can't get away with this stuff. Like, someone's watching them, you know. Yeah, that looks worse. It looks really, really bad. You can tell it looks bad. You can tell the Xbox version is worse. Yeah, I'll take 1080p over 720p. Now, again, like when people fight me in the comment section on the console war level bullshit, they're like, oh, all our games are good. Man, bro, you're still getting 720p games on Xbox Series X. For how long it's going to stay 720p, we don't know. I don't think that Square Enix is going to race to rectify this or fix this. Because no one's buying the game on Xbox, so who gives a fuck if it's 720p? They're not going to fix that shit. Xbox fans decided not to buy the game a long time ago. A lot of them said because it's not on Game Pass, they're not going to pay for the game. A lot of people, if they play the game on Game Pass, they still don't pay for the game. So who gives a fuck? Facts are facts. Welcome to The Truth Hurts, everybody. If you're just tuning in, I haven't premiered this series in many, many years. Many years. I really was doing these series a lot about 12, 11, 10 years ago. I brought it back today because over the last 48 hours, I've been getting attacked by Xbox fans on Twitter, attacked by Xbox fans on YouTube. And the reason why, and it's weird, right? Because they look at the ROG Ally as a savior now. They're like, hey, well, this ROG Ally, this is, a turning point in the console war. And because of the ROG Ally, we can play PlayStation games on a PC-centric handheld. And I want to say to everybody, you're 100% right. You can actually start playing PC, like PlayStation first-party titles on Steam, that are on Steam or Epic Game Store if it allows you to download that and play it on a Xbox-branded PC handheld. But I'll say this, and I'm going to have to say it multiple times because I know Xbox fans have selective memory. You could already do that. It just wasn't an Xbox branded fucking handheld. The Steam Deck allows you to play PlayStation first party titles on Steam, on the go, on a fucking handheld. The only difference is now that this is an Xbox branded handheld, Xbox fans believe that they can go around in the console war and say, hey, we don't need a PlayStation. Okay. Let me remind you guys. Bro, you guys lost already. Like, this isn't the same thing as Gears of War going to a PlayStation gaming console and you playing it directly on the PlayStation gaming console. There is no trickery that we need to do in order to play Gears of War this weekend via the beta. We don't need any tricks. We just play it. There is no tricks involved. You guys have to go around the world in 80 fucking days in order to play a PlayStation first party title on a handheld that's branded with Xbox logos. It is not the dedicated Xbox handheld. And I know people are going to be like, oh, you're mad. How about you clip this? Clip it. Clip this video right fucking now. Clip this right here. clip this. Make sure you take a screenshot of this and record what I'm about to say. Yes, it appears that Microsoft has shelved the development of its own internal Xbox handheld console known as the Pembroke to focus on Windows 11 gaming handheld performance and third-party OEM devices like Project Kinnan. While the company still plans to release its own handheld in the future, it won't be until 2028 at the earliest. Microsoft is prioritizing improving the gaming experience on Windows 11 for devices like the Asus ROG Ally, which is expected to launch later this year. So again, they are supporting a third-party PC-centric handheld. That is not their own. It says it right here. They shelved theirs. You guys were there, and you guys were disappointed, and you guys were depressed, and you were crying, and you guys were waving a white flag saying, yeah, you guys were right. Xbox is dead. Now, the handheld that you already knew they were fucking supporting gets announced, and you pretend like it's the one that they just shelved. The one that is coming out is not the one that they said we're pushing back. They're releasing this one, and if you guys don't buy it, the one they push back will never come out. This is a test. And if it's one thing I know about the Xbox fans, they fail all their tests. Like I said during the Sunday show, it is not the responsibility of the Nintendo, PC, or PlayStation gaming community to buy the Xbox featured ROG Ally. It is the responsibility of the Xbox gaming community to buy that hardware and show Microsoft that they are ready for a Microsoft-made handheld. This is not the one. However, like some Xbox fans already know, you're never going to get the Xbox-made handheld. It's never going to come out. Because they're already giving you one. Even if it's not the one that they made. Hey, this is all you're going to fucking get. They already know this shit ain't going to sell. Now again, I wanted to show off. There's an image right here. Now, I was going to do a YouTube short today. I might still do it tomorrow. I might have this in here and I might have new thoughts. But I want you guys to understand the ROG Ally came out in 2023. This is the price that I saw this morning when I took the screenshot. That shit is high. It goes high. There are some that are low. You might see some that are $300, but they may not have the features that you really want from a ROG Ally. I would expect that the Xbox branded ROG Ally are going to be similar to the original ROG Ally, where there's going to be some that are better than others and some that are worse than others. And it's really going to be on you and how much you want to pay for it. You're also going to have to deal with scalpers. Scalpers may pick up a certain portion of the stock and that you will have to pay 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, maybe even 8 or 9, even 10 times as much as the asking price from Microsoft and ROG Ally, or as Asus or whatever their name is. So that's something to keep in mind. You're going to fail this test because a lot of you guys didn't even want to buy the Xbox Series X. You went out and brought the weaker little brother that was $300 or $350. How much was it? Was it 300? Was it 300? I think the S when it came out was 300. Now it's like, the fuck is it? Like four something? It's a lot. It's a lot of money now. I'm letting you guys know, man. If you're an Xbox fan, it's not looking good for you. Like you guys, first of all, you're falling for a trap. You support this handheld. It may tell Microsoft that there's really no point in making dedicated TV-based gaming console hardware for you guys anymore. But I think they've already known that. It's just not enough of you guys that are dedicated. There's no real way to convince the PlayStation gaming community to support Xbox hardware. When Microsoft started waving the white flag last year upon the release of multiple first-party titles, now they're putting the heaviest hitters over here, like Hellblade 2, Forza Horizon 5, Gears of War Reloaded. So like, if you think that Microsoft thought that they could convince the PlayStation gaming community to buy an Xbox because they quote unquote acquired Activision about 2 years ago, that is, now that we're in the future, it doesn't make sense. They're giving us their games. Like, why would we buy an Xbox console, let alone an Xbox themed handheld? What kind of sense does that make? Like, you guys are insane. You guys have problems, like serious problems with processing simple thoughts. Like, it doesn't make sense. You guys decided to buy the cheaper of the two Xbox consoles 5 years ago. And you're teasing us because you can play PlayStation first-party exclusive games that have been on PC. You know, a lot of them from 2020 all the way to 2025. They've been on Steam. Steam has Steam Deck for multiple years now. You could have purchased the Steam Deck and played those same games on the go. What is the difference? Oh, the difference. The difference is because this PC-centric handheld now has Xbox logo on it. Well, cool. Call my bluff. Buy one. Yeah. Buy the ROG Ally X. Buy it. And while you're at it, buy the PlayStation first party titles off Steam Store. And then play those games. Because that's really all you guys are doing in the console war right now. You're teasing us, claiming that you can play our games natively on an Xbox device when you know that's not the Xbox device that you think it is, or do you think you can trick us into believing that it is? Again, I got the receipts. We got the receipts right here. We know it's not the one that you guys think it is. You can't trick us into believing that the Xbox handheld that was shown off during the Xbox Game Showcase is the one that you really want. The one you really want got fucking delayed or canceled, quote, air quotes by the way, by Microsoft. Because they know you ain't worth shit. They know you don't buy anything. It is cheaper for them to just partner up with Asus and put a couple Xbox logos on their fucking on their ROG Ally and call it a fucking day. You guys are I can't say that word because you guys have problems anyway, so you'll be easily fooled. And I think Microsoft was very smart because you guys are fooled. You're doing exactly what they thought you would do. Run around with a new sense of fucking purpose, believing that, oh, everything is back. Everything is good now. We're winning. The fuck? You know you have to buy the fucking device, right? That point that you're trying to prove in the console war today, you have to buy that device and then buy those PlayStation games and then play those games and hopefully capture it or take screenshots of you playing those PlayStation games on an Xbox branded ROG Ally this holiday season. That's gonna cost a pretty penny. Again, remember, lots of PlayStation gamers, and you know this now too. You know that we know that you're full of shit. Okay? This is not the Xbox dedicated handheld. That one has been postponed, aka canceled. They're giving you a cheap one. Because they know you're not worthy. They know you're not going to buy it. And they know that their competitors, gamers, are not going to buy it either. Nintendo fans got the Nintendo Switch 2. PlayStation fans got all of your fucking games. There's absolutely no reason for a PlayStation gamer to sit up here and say, I'm going to invest money on a Microsoft branded piece of gaming hardware. It's not happening. It's not happening. Let me get to these super chats because I had one earlier in the stream. Big shout out to the supporters. I'm butchering your name. Siriu21, you left a $5 super chat. You said, the funniest part is that you can't play Grand Theft Auto 6 day one on this thing. Exactly. So you'll be spending like anywhere between $500, $800, or even more to, you know, play PlayStation games, but you're going to have to buy them. It doesn't, it's not making any sense, bro. Like, I call your bluff. Go buy the fucking device. And go buy those PlayStation games and play it on that device and then see how you feel. Oh man, the first super chat was from Frostbite. I didn't see that. Frostbite, you said with a €5 super chat, you said, sad to hear about Ben's layoffs. Yeah, I did hear about Sony Ben's layoffs. Sony have their investors meeting on Thursday, and it's the first one where Herman and Hideki doing a Q&A with the investors. Ooh, that's going to be a spicy one. Is it this Thursday or is it next Thursday? I know it was like, because I'm off this Thursday. I kind of hope that it's this Thursday so we can cover some of what they're saying. Yeah, again, Xbox fans don't give a fuck about being lied to, and they also don't give a fuck about spreading lies. But I'm not like them. I would rather give you the truth so you can, you know, use this truth to fight these guys easily and quickly. Just eliminate these guys with the truth, because they're pretending that the device that just got announced is the device that got shelved. But it's not. And we all know it's not. Because, again, right here in this screenshot, in this evidence, it says that they are going to partner up with Asus's ROG Ally. It says it right here. And they said it's going to have Windows 11. And the Xbox theme Asus ROG Ally is going to have Windows 11. And that's the one they're getting this year. That's what they're getting. But it's not the one that got shelved. They're pretending, and their hype level is on the level of them getting a real Xbox handheld, but in reality, it's not a real Xbox handheld. It's gonna be funny because this shit's gonna be compared to the Wii U. This shit's gonna be compared to tons of other PC centric handhelds that are out there. There are tons of fucking handhelds, bro. Like, you guys want to be honest? Let's be honest. PC handheld comparisons. Look at this. Look at all these fucking handhelds, bro. We can go into all these videos, bro. Like, do y'all? If we're being real right now, like, are we really gonna give Xbox a W for Microsoft putting an Xbox logo on a fucking ROG Ally when there's tons of other fucking PC centric handhelds that currently exist? Like, the whole premise of this is Xbox fans running around the internet saying we can play your games But it's not the same thing as me playing Gears of War, the beta, this weekend, and me already purchasing and pre-ordering Gears of War for $40 on my PS5 Pro, knowing that my PS5 Pro is going to play Gears of War Reloaded better than any Xbox console can right now. So, again, we're not the same, man. They're pretending as though they're playing our games on a dedicated Xbox device. Like PlayStation personally released their games on Xbox's fucking store. That is not what happened. If you're pretending that it is, and I know you are, buy the ROG Ally this holiday season. Open up the Xbox store inside the ROG Ally and try to download a PlayStation exclusive. You know you won't be able to. So you're going to have to go to Steam, spend more money to buy a game that we know you're not going to play. But again, if you want to prove us wrong, go do it. It'll cost you anywhere between $500 and $1,000 to prove people wrong or prove them right. That's a big chunk of money, man. If it was me, I wouldn't do it. There are tons of fucking handhelds out there, bro. There's tons of handhelds. And I feel like if we don't do this type of video right now, no one else will. I heard a crazy rumor right before the Xbox Game Showcase that Stellar Blade was going to get announced for Xbox, and it didn't happen. I think that's the Steam Deck right there. And then it looks like this is another one. I think this may be from China or Japan. Again, there's been tons of fucking PC architecture handhelds that have been released in the last few years. There's absolutely no way Xbox fans are going to try to do this Jedi mind trick with me. I don't know about other PlayStation gamers, but I would hope to God that you guys did the simple amount of research that it takes to destroy these guys in the conversations, because it makes absolutely no sense why they feel bold enough to run around with this lie. If you want to play PlayStation first party titles on Steam, from Steam, on a PC centric handheld, there are tons of PC centric handhelds. But the only reason they're claiming that they have a W because there's a PC centric handheld with Xbox logos on it. And they're trying to run around and pretend as though it's the same situation as Microsoft putting their games on PlayStation's dedicated storefront on PlayStation's competing platform for the PS5 and PS5 Pro. It is not the same deal. Again, look at this. This is a Steam Deck. Look at that Steam Deck. Look at God of War. Look at Horizon. Look at that Steam Deck's page right there. You could already play PlayStation games on a PC-centric hardware for a handheld. So what is the big deal about Xbox or the ROG Ally? There's a ROG Ally right now that's running fucking Steam, and you can play those PlayStation games. Their conversation, this debate, this bullshit, it's easy to fucking dismantle. Completely easy. They're bragging because it's a PC-centric handheld with an Xbox fucking sticker. They want to believe that it's the same fucking thing as Microsoft personally putting Gears of War Reloaded on PlayStation. Do you know that Gears of War has haptic feedback and adaptive triggers? It's going to be doing 120 frames per second on multiplayer with VRR for PS5 Pro. It's going to be doing 4K visuals and up. Man, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. It's not the same fucking thing, man. And you're going to be playing these games in worse quality than the PS5 and a PS5 Pro. Because it's a fucking handheld at the end of the day. If there's any Xbox fans that want to have a conversation, you want to debate me on this, I'm free, man. I'm free tomorrow, and I'm free Thursday. Are you saying Gears of War 2 on the ROG Ally? I mean, if Gears of War is on the Steam store, then I would assume then yes, you can play it on the ROG Ally. But I don't know if Gears of War 2 is available on Steam store right now. Oh, I want all the smoke. I completely dismantled their argument. They're only bragging about it because it has an Xbox sticker, and they believe that they can run around and believe that this is the same fucking deal as me playing Gears of War on my fucking PS5 Pro. It's not the fucking same thing. It's far from it. Oh, so it's only on Xbox? Yeah, so it defeats the purpose for them and us. It defeats the whole purpose. You buy one of them, you can't even play the Xbox games. All those Xbox games that you own on your Xbox hardware, you can't play them on that ROG Ally. You're going to have to buy new ones. Steam ones. You have to pay for them. Or you can download, PC Game Pass. And whatever games that are available on PC Game Pass you can play, but I think the Game Pass console version has more games. There's also the matter of save transfer, button layout transfer, things like that. I think at the end of the day, when we get closer to this, we'll find out that they're all lying to themselves because nobody's going to buy this shit. Again, I'm just going to scroll a little bit. Again, I think this is one of the ROG Allies. I don't know which version it is, but I think they only came out with one, if I'm not mistaken. It has different types of, like there's one that has more memory. There's the other one that, better specs, I would assume. You pay more for getting better stuff. Yeah, here it is right here, the ROG Ally. I'm going to be honest. If Xbox fans like ROG Ally so much, they can buy one right now. It might even be cheaper than buying the Xbox theme one. Because the Xbox theme one, from what I'm hearing, is going to be more advanced. It might be more powerful in different aspects. So I would assume that it's going to be more expensive. I can't get a dedicated read on the ROG Ally, because there are different versions of them with more memory and stuff. So, with that being said, I saw them go as low as like $398. I've also saw one that was $1,500. So, it's gonna, because it's a new one, It'll be anywhere between $500 and $800, I would assume. Oh, that's the Legion one. I like the Legion one. So the Legion one is more similar to the Nintendo Switch, where the sidebars the side handles come off, and you can play the screen again like a Nintendo Switch. This one was, inspired by the Switch, obviously. So again, there's tons of different, and this is by Legion. This is not the ROG Ally, the one they're playing in the library. That's by Legion. No association, by the way. But as you know, it's just tons. There are tons of different PC-centric gaming handhelds. I say PC because they have PC architecture. They're like laptops, but they're just only for gaming. But obviously, I think they got you can do internet and shit like that. I don't know all the stuff, but so many of them. It's so many of them. Okay, here's another ROG Ally. The first one we saw was white. This one's black. I don't know if I think what they're saying is the black one is different than the white one, so it's gonna have different stuff. It's more refined. Looks cool. I'm not gonna lie about that. It's very sleek. There's a lot of competition. Nintendo did all of this. Big shout out to Nintendo. If they didn't bring out that Switch and that Switch didn't hit that hard, people out there on the PC side, they wouldn't have thought that they could do shit like this, but they can. And I think they're doing a much better job than the Nintendo Switch because these shits are powerful. The only difference is they're not held to the same parameters as competing consoles, so they're going to charge you what it's worth. Don't expect to get one of these motherfuckers for $400 because that's not happening. I mean, Sony, I don't know what Sony's going to do. I was always in favor of Sony not putting their games on PC, but this is a problem that they have to deal with at this point. They wanted to put their games on Steam. This is something that they have to deal with. Xbox-centric ROG Ally is coming out this holiday season that will be able to play PlayStation games through the Steam store on that Xbox-themed ROG Ally. So that's something that's going to happen. I don't know if they're going to stop it. I don't know if they can stop it. I don't think they will, and I don't think they can. They're the ones that put the game on Steam. Oh, that was different. Yeah, this one's different too. Yeah, I don't know who's this one. Nitro, so that's Nitro. Damn, a completely different handheld. Look at all these fucking handhelds, man. There's tons of fucking gaming handhelds. Again, if they want to just play PlayStation games on a PC handheld, they can do that. The only thing different about this one is going to be a Microsoft-themed handheld. We're going to go to Amazon real quick and see what they say about the ROG Ally prices, so we can get a better idea. Did Asus made one? Jesus, Asus made? What the fuck? Here's another one, but this one's a flip one. This is kind of like the DS. Kind of reminds me of the DS right there. That's pretty cool. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy how many of these handhelds they got. That's wild. That one has keys, and then there's another version that has a dual screen. It's funny how every last one of these handhelds are better than whatever Nintendo did, and they're much more powerful. Interesting. Triggers are much more responsive. Those analog sticks look good. Yeah, you can go on the computer and text shit. Yeah. Because, again, these are all PC-centric handhelds. So it makes sense. Here's another one. Exactly. Microsoft didn't want to make a handheld. It was their fans that begged for a handheld to be made. And they just reacted to their fans. And then after seeing everybody and their mother making a gaming handheld, and I do mean everybody, as we saw just a preview about this, big shout out to Just Some Jacob, and many other content creators that are showing off the large library of different PC-centric handheld gaming devices, and there are many, as you can see in this one image right here. If Xbox fans like PC-centric handhelds, you can buy one now, but they won't, because they only want to buy the one that has the Xbox sticker on it. But there's tons to pick from right now. You want to play those PlayStation games on a PC-centric hardware? You can do it right fucking now. Or you can wait until the end of the year where there's a Xbox logo on it. And that's the shallow reason as to why they believe they're getting a quote-unquote W. They know it's not the dedicated Xbox handheld that they were promised, that they truly wanted. But they believe they can pass that lie off onto us. I am not fazed by the bullshit. I know you guys way too well, and I know whatever you say, the opposite is the case. You guys have taken so many L's, and I am talking about the Xbox gaming community. You guys take L's on a daily basis. Almost every hour of the fucking day, you guys are saying some stupid shit, and it ends up being the opposite. Or just absolutely not true. So I think we've solved that mystery, right? We know why Xbox fans believe they're getting a W, because the PC-centric hardware, ROG Ally, right, is going to have an Xbox logo, and that they can run around and brag that they're doing the same thing that Microsoft's doing, which is releasing. They're going to pretend that PlayStation's releasing their new games on Xbox hardware when we know that's not the case. But Xbox is releasing their games on PlayStation hardware natively, with all the bells and whistles included. Again, we are not the same. Let's go take a look at the ROG Ally prices on Amazon.com. I may try to see if we can get Newegg. I'll type it in to see if they let me search it. Does it work? It does work. Let's go find out what a ROG Ally costs. Now remember, the ROG Ally, if I'm not mistaken, came out 2023. Okay. I'm going to move the chat around. Let's have some fun. I'll move the chat over here so you guys can see. So this is what we got going on here. This ROG Ally, the first one that pops up, it gives us a $715 price point. And then the one right underneath, it gives us a $555 price point. So roughly between $500 and $800 like I predicted. This prediction is not my own. This is a prediction from Google. That's what they predicted based on the accuracy of what the prices are for the ROG Ally that we currently have. Now, me personally, I believe it's going to be much higher because, again, they're claiming that it's much more advanced than the current ROG Allies that are out right now. I think the white one is different from the black one and that it's not just the color. It's more about the technology inside. I could be wrong. I could be right. So let's see what's going on here. This is a 7-inch. Let me see. This one has 512 gigabytes of RAM. This one has 512 gigabytes. That's 1080p with a 120 hertz display. This one has a 120 hertz. Okay, the Z processor. What's the processor for this one? I don't know. They seem to be different. Both of these, even though they look exactly the same, they have different things going on inside of them. And that'll boost the price. Again, that's just how it is. And here they wanted to make sure that they reminded me of all these other handhelds that they currently have as well. Now again, you can get some used ROG Allies. They're all used. They could be like under, they seem to all be under $400. So you got those. One's $341. The other one's $350. There is one ROG Ally over there. This one right here on the edge. That one is $400 exactly. And again, still a pretty penny to prove us wrong, but it looks like the cheaper one. I did notice this just now. So when you go to the one up here, you see the egg reviews. There's 4 reviews, and the eggs are 5 stars. And then this one has 2 reviews, but it's only at 1.5 eggs. So I think that it would be best to spend $715 to get the better reviewed ROG Ally versus the $550. And again, you're probably gonna be given the same amount of options for the Xbox themed hardware. There's gonna be a cheaper one, and there's gonna be a more expensive one. I would assume that the cheaper one's gonna be even weaker than the Xbox Series X and S. So you might want to spend more money to get the more powerful one. And again, that could be, I would assume that it's going to be more expensive than a PS5 Pro. So all the Xbox fans that are, running around the streets, the gaming streets, teasing us, bro, we're going to call your bluff. And Microsoft's going to call the bluff too. Because they're still spending a pretty penny making sure that this happens. So, hopefully your wallets and your checkbooks are ready to spend upwards of $800. It may be close to $1,000. And hopefully you're not buying it from a scalper, because you're going to be paying at least $2,000 to $3,000. Yeah, this is crazy. Let's put the chat back on. What's your thoughts? Did we go to the wrong one? No, we didn't go to the wrong one. This one starts out at $500, but there's different offers. Free shipping. This one's better. Oh, okay. They go even higher than that. These over here, and this is the same ROG Ally, by the way. They're going all the way up to $850. These are like better rated ones. The one right up here is the same one I clicked on, but again, who knows if you'll be lucky enough to get that one. They're looking at all these other ones. Free shipping, special shipping. I just don't think that Xbox fans are committed to the bullshit. They're not actually gonna go out and buy it. What's your thoughts, man? This is the truth. They don't want you to know it. But that shit's gonna cost them a lot of fucking money to play around in the console war streets. You guys are gonna play around in the console war streets, spending upwards of $800 on a fucking handheld, just so you can say that you're playing our games. You can already do that on any PC-centric handheld device right now. You can already do that, man. Or read some of the chat. I see you guys down there. Yeah, Xbox fans are really they have some serious problems. I can't help them. I can destroy them and their logic, but I cannot help them. Arnold, you said so. So JTech, if it has Windows 11 operating system, does it mean it can download Steam on it? Yes, it does. Yes, it does mean you can download Steam on it. Let me read other ones up here. Mostly games like Call of Duty, Roblox, eFootball, etc. will be on that device. Yep. Anything that's on PC, anything that's on Steam, you'll be able to play on here. I'm not sure if they all run Epic Game Store, but I would assume they do. Again, this is a handheld device, so you're not only paying for the luxury of having a gaming PC on the go, but you're also going to be paying even more money for having a very powerful PC gaming system on the go. Then you're going to have to factor in the battery life for something so powerful. I mean, when you really start to think about it past the petty console war insults, you're going to find out that you're spending a lot of money just to throw insults online. You know, it's not like a PS5 Pro where it changes your experience, you know, for that game. This is not doing anything for the Xbox. at all. Like, Microsoft has made their decision on what they're going to do next gen. And they've also made the decision last year what they're going to do, you know, with Xbox. Like, Xbox is third party. They are completely third party. And I really wish that the Xbox community would wake the fuck up and understand. Either you can go down with the ship, or you can leave before it fucking goes down. Because it is clearly going down, man. What's going on, Mass Produce? How you doing, man? Okay, let's continue. I mean, I could end the video right there, but why do that? We're gonna go to Clint Eastwood's YouTube channel. And of course he's doing the same thing that we're hearing from all the Xbox fans. And now we know where they started to use that type of argument. So his thumbnail says Xbox hacked the system, meaning that Xbox found a way to play PlayStation exclusive games without Sony allowing it by making a Xbox themed ROG Ally, even though it's really not an Xbox device, and you can download Steam and play those same games if you buy them from Steam. This is Xbox's last, and the Fanboys' last attempt at some sort of a W. And they're going to run with this until the system comes out. And when the system comes out, only a handful of them, if that, actually go out and buy it. Clint Eastwood already talked about he's not going to buy the new one because he currently has one that he spent $700 on. Again, you're already doing what you claim that you can do, so why does it matter? Right? I mean, that would break their logic. Because right now, a PC can play all Xbox exclusives and a good chunk of PlayStation first-party exclusives from PS4 and PS5. Roughly, I think I lost track at 17. So it might be close to 20 now. 20 PS4 to PS5 first-party exclusives that are currently on Steam that you can play on PC. And you can play all the Xbox games that are also released on Steam. So the logic that they're using makes absolutely no sense. It's already can happen. And you can do that same thing on any PC-centric handheld that is currently available. The only difference to these idiots is that one of the PC-centric handhelds coming out at the end of the year is going to have an Xbox sticker. It's crazy. It's crazy. So they'll be waiting. Get this. I want y'all to understand this. They will be waiting until the end of the year to be able to actually do what they're claiming that they can do. Look at me. I started up Gears. I see Xbox Game Studio when I started up Gears on my PS5 Pro. I see the Coalition. Unreal Engine. See, I already know that I'm running Gears. I already know that I can run Gears. I already know that I own Gears. I know I'm going to be invited to the beta. I know I got 2 hours and 21 2 days and 21 hours. I can see the fucking countdown. Like, we are not on the same fucking level, man. What they claim that they can do, they're not actually doing. Because it can already be done. It's just that none of the PC-centric gaming handhelds have an Xbox logo. So they can't brag about those doing the same thing that they're claiming is being done. And only weak minds will be affected by that. There's a ton of weak-minded individuals in the Xbox fandom. But yeah, man, Gears of War beta is going to be playable on the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 Pro this weekend. Again, bro, it's not the same thing. Microsoft is literally releasing their first-party games on the PlayStation hardware across the PlayStation Store. That's what's going on. It's not the same. It is not the same. What's going on, Spartan? I think this might be this. Is this the link for the layoffs? Because I know that that Days Gone remaster, I know that sold like shit on PC. Yeah, I know that shit sold like shit on PC. Let me read this off because I know a lot of you guys are gonna keep, putting this in front of my face. Let me go give this information and give you my status and my thoughts and my opinions on it. So this is from Sony Bend Studios. This is a Sony studio, a Sony first party studio. They made Siphon Filter back in the day, and currently they've been doing Days Gone and Days Gone Remaster. This is a statement that they have released. They say, today we say goodbye to some incredible, talented teammates as we transition to our next project. We are deeply thankful for their contributions as they've shaped who we are, and their impact will always be a part of our story. This is a difficult moment for our team, but we hold immense respect for everyone who for everyone who got us here. As we move forward, we remain committed to building the future of Bend Studio with creative passion and with creatively passion and innovation in the titles we craft. So that's a bullshit statement because they had layoffs. Niggas didn't just leave. They had a layoff. From what I'm hearing, it's a 40% layoff for their staff. That's a pretty penny. Days Gone Remaster sold like ass. They released that game day and date. After releasing the game day and date, what happens? Layoffs. I don't think day and date is going to save Sony. It definitely did not save Xbox. We're starting to see some Mind's Eye gameplay, and a lot of people are saying it is bad. We should also take a little bit of look at that. But I just wanted to point out before we go talk about some other stuff, we'll probably come back to this, that when it comes to a company releasing their first party games on another company's hardware, dedicated hardware, the only person doing that right now is Xbox. PlayStation has not released any of their first party exclusive games on Xbox consoles, namely Xbox Series X or S. Nintendo has not released any of their first party games on any Xbox or PlayStation consoles, namely Xbox Series X or S or PS5 or PS5 Pro or even PS4. Nintendo and PlayStation have not released any of their first party games on Xbox Series X or S or Xbox One or One S or One X. It has not happened. The only person releasing their games on competing hardware is Xbox. So anybody that's planning on continuously running with this dumbass narrative about the ROG Ally being a real dedicated hardware from Microsoft, which it's not, and that means that Sony put their games on Xbox, which it didn't, stop. Get some fucking help. Like, seriously, get some help, man. Y'all need fucking help. Whoever invited y'all motherfuckers to the console war, they don't know how to fucking do it, and y'all don't either. You guys suck at it. And I've been watching you guys for years. You guys suck. You have absolutely no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Your fucking company that you love and support canceled the Xbox Fan Fest this year and released Gears on your competing platform. Gears is available, your fucking favorite game in the world. Gears of War is available on a PlayStation 5 Pro, and it's going to play better over here. It's going to look better over here. It's going to run better over here. Now, come on, man. Are we really on the same fucking level? No, man. Y'all are not on this level, man. You're not on this level. Y'all have problems, man, and I can't solve that shit. Highly doubt anybody can help y'all at this point. Did Mind's Eye come out yet? Something tells me Mind's Eye came out, but I just didn't pay attention. Came out the 10th. Yeah, Mind's Eye is out right now. Let's go take a look at some gameplay. I thought like something got leaked or something, but it does seem like it's gameplay. Let's go take a look at that. I'm willing to debate any Xbox fan, and I'm also extending my debate challenge to any member of the Nintendo gaming community, because I know you guys over the last few weeks have thought that you were getting a handheld that could take on the PS5 when it comes to power and specs. And I see you guys are super quiet right now. Like unnaturally quiet. I feel like it's probably about time you guys shut the fuck up too. But I mean, that's already too late. You guys are already doing that. Here we go. That's what we want. Mind's Eye gameplay. Let's go take a look at this. Did anybody in the chat pick up Mind's Eye? This shirt reminds me of something from Ubisoft already. Except for the visuals are much better. It's a lot of motion blur. Not a big fan of that. Looks like a game from Grand Theft Auto. Looks like that. The attention to detail on the faces look way better than anything I've seen on the past Grand Theft Autos. Which I would say Grand Theft Auto 4 and 5. But those games are old as shit. 12 years old. Even the house looks like it's straight from Grand Theft Auto 5. So it's just a little bit different, and the doors on the opposite side. He even has a best friend that he's talking to on the first mission. He having a whole bunch of problems on his PC. He has to keep resetting the settings and shit. It's the whole thing I hate about PC. The tinkering. This looks really good. This looks really good, by the way. Like, really good. I think the one thing that they can really brag about here is the visuals compared to, like, Grand Theft Auto. It's like, I'll say it's like Grand Theft Auto 5.5, maybe 5.6 or 7. Again, the facial animations look really good. I'm not really sure how I feel about the sci-fi aspect. The quality on the hair looks really, really bad. I don't know if that's anti-aliasing. I don't know what it's doing on the hair, but it is super bad. Like, and I'm not talking about in a good way. That is really horrible. It cannot process the edge of the hair. I'll say it looks like Grand Theft Auto 5 with much, much better visuals. Like, it's not even a fucking contest. Like, this shit looks good. Right here, this looks good, and you're driving around right here. This looks really good. It looks like you are actually able to just drive out there and, oh, you can get your partner and shit. Yeah, this looks good. Yeah, this is definitely Grand Theft Auto. Now, he's running this on his PC. I'm starting to see saw a little bit of screen tearing above on the top of the screen. Yeah, this don't look good at all. The shooting looks a little boring, but the animation of the gun clips and everything looks satisfying. He said it's not open world. You can't steal the car. He said it's not open world and you can't steal cars. Damn, that's a disappointment. So, again, this is what I said before. The missions, the single player missions make it seem like it's open world and make it seem like you can do different things, but in reality you can't. That's very misleading. And it's very disappointing. Yeah, so you cannot steal cars in this game, and it is not open world for the first portion of this game. But that's not good. Security room. It looks like it really is very misleading. Like everybody expected another Grand Theft Auto game, but in reality they didn't get it, and they're not gonna get it. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from it. That's what I kind of felt with their limited amount of press for the game, the limited amount of gameplay released by the developers. They didn't want to give enough away that you would put two and two together and like figure out it's not the Grand Theft Auto game you wanted. Somebody said this game is not ready. It got a lot of bugs. I mean, I know I said something about, they were hiding a lot of, details, and I don't even think they really gave out any review codes, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I was not going to waste my money on that shit. I think they pretty much said that this month's updated, they're going to give out the open world, or I could be wrong. Maybe it's 2 months from now or the next season, but it was never going to be a launch, and the open world aspect is not going to be updated for the classic release of the game. It's going to be like I don't know, it's going to be like a created playlist of different like modes you can play, like racing, one's horde mode, one's open world, shit like that. pretty sad. Very disappointing. I knew they were trying to lie to us. That's why I caught that shit early. Glad I didn't fall for that trap. I would have been pissed. No, they didn't say it. They just said that they're gonna have it as a mode. So, I think it's after launch. Yeah, I think it's after launch. They're gonna have a open world mode. What the hell is this? That's a fighting game? Alien Humanid. I don't know what game that is. Is that a game or a show or a movie? I never heard of that before. Oh, it's a turn-based game. Pass. That shit gonna put me to sleep. I'm not ready to go to sleep. That shit really about to put me to sleep. I had a long day, by the way. But wow. Yeah, that's a pass. Let's see what Ready or Not is all about. Looks good. I think Ready or Not is a SWAT, a co-op based SWAT game. Looks cool.
Even when no one dies, I wonder, do we fix anything? Do we fix anything at all?
Of course, I figured that. It started out on PC. This seems like one of those types of games that they would love playing on PC.
badge, glory. Brother, pray you never get what you want. Every death rewires you. Close your eyes, and the sirens scream. There's no sleep.
Coming to consoles July 15th.
That's the
Oh shit. That shit ain't even coming to consoles yet. That shit coming to console next month. Hmm. Yeah, I did see. Let's go take a look at that. There's supposed to be a new Rainbow Six Siege trailer. I want to take a look at that. Oh, let me cut this down. I know they gotta do copyrighted music. Looks solid. I mean, it's about to be a hype trailer, so I know they're gonna be good at making one of those. Looks solid. I'm really feeling a lot of Battlefield from that trailer just now. That shit looks fucking awesome. Better than Call of Duty, I don't care. Nah, I'm not playing. I don't believe in supporting Ubisoft titles. I don't give a fuck. Not all of them. I got a few. There's so much Digital Foundry did not do. So many analysis. Sucks. Oh, that's probably me. Falling asleep. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. Dozing off like a motherfucker. Not like right now, but you know. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. I think I got up at 3 a.m. and I just, yeah. Let's cover a few more things real quick, and let's put into perspective. I don't even think you can pre-order the new ROG Ally yet. From Xbox, I think you have to wait a little bit longer. Because whenever they put it out for pre-order, that's when they'll release the price. I think the price will pretty much scare a lot of people away from buying it, especially on the console side. If you're not about that life, then you're not gonna do it. And a lot of these PC gaming handhelds, they exist. They're just not always like primarily brought a lot. You know, when it comes to the main handhelds out here, the Switch is one of them, and now you got the Switch 2. So like, you wanted more power, you don't buy one of the more advanced pieces of hardware out there by third parties. You'll probably buy the Nintendo Switch 2. And again, sadly, the Switch 2 is weak as shit too. So what do? You probably just buy one of the PC-centric handhelds, spend an exorbitant amount of money to make sure that it's powerful, and then, again, just hope for the best. But again, next year, Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out. Grand Theft Auto 6 is not going to PC. So if you want to play Grand Theft Auto 6, there is absolutely no point in you wasting your money on a ROG Ally or any other PC-centric handheld. You should make sure that you have a console that can run that game next year. Same thing could be said for the Marvel fighting game. If we go on back to, what is it called? The Marvel Tokon game. The Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. If you go all the way back to this, they really better secure that game. You know, the character type games like this, these ones, for some reason, they're always the ones that get leaked. Like, massive leaks. People are just waiting for that. Trying to find the individual gameplay without reactions. And I don't want to go look at his, because that's clickbait. Yeah, here it is. We're going to run this. So, if you want to play Grand Theft Auto 6 next year and you want to play this game, and let's say you wanted to play Grand Theft Auto 6 better than whatever Xbox is going to do, it's best to pick up a PS5. Pick up a PS5, and then you're good. You're going to get Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, and you're going to get Grand Theft Auto 5. Sorry, Grand Theft Auto 6 played better than the other platform, and then everything else in between, including Xbox first-party titles. If you have a PlayStation 5, you won. As simple as that. You don't need an Xbox. You don't need a Switch. You won already if you have a PS5. Sorry, guys. You didn't even see the gameplay. You just saw an Xbox fan crying holding a ROG Ally. Sorry, that's my fault. Yeah, so if you want Grand Theft Auto 6 next year and you want to play Tokon Marvel's Tokon Fighting Souls, you're gonna need a PS5. You don't need a Switch 2. You don't need an Xbox. You don't need a PC-centric gaming handheld. You need a PS5. Nice. The combos, the combat, the transitions, everything is just perfect. You said Marvel Tokon and Marvel Cosmic Invasion look fire. Oh yeah, I forgot about Cosmic Invasion. That game comes out this year. That's a pickup as well. That's a day one. I don't think it's available for pre-order though. And I wish that they had like a few other characters in there, but it's a very small scale game. Exactly. There's nothing major being done on PC that you really just need a PC and you're gonna miss out. No. They will be missing out on PC, Grand Theft Auto 6, which they desperately want. Don't let anybody tell you they don't. Yeah, I know that there is currently a Marvel versus Capcom. There's a way to play Marvel versus Capcom. I don't think I have that game though. I mean, I have Marvel vs. Capcom on my PS3. I just don't think I picked it up over here on the PS4. No, I didn't pick it up. No. I have Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Yeah, I have Marvel vs. Capcom 3. But I do not have Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which is, again, it obviously is the best. Yeah. You can see the DNA of the Tokon game in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. You can see it. But Tokon just took it to a whole new level. Their animations, their visuals, just perfect. It's perfect. It's everything you expect from that genre and more. Dante, Ghost Rider. Yeah, Ghost Rider was in this one. Doctor Strange. Spider-Man. Yeah, I can't wait to see Phoenix. Phoenix is going to be another person I can't wait to see. See how they do Phoenix. Hopefully, Gambit, Cyclops, that would be great. I don't think Gambit made his way into this one. Would have been nice if he did. I don't think Cyclops made his way into this one either. Yeah, the fighting collection. I think from what I just saw, it was $50. They marked it all the way down to like $29.99. Wait up. What the fuck? Cyclops is here. Let's go to the Marvel side. Let's go see. Who didn't they show that I want them to show? Wolverine. So we got Wolverine I want to see. I want to see Deadpool. That's obvious. Who else haven't we seen that I want to see? Doctor Strange? Nah. We already saw Spider-Man. Between Wolverine, between Jean Grey and not Professor, Magneto. I can't even think of a third person. Doctor Strange? Nah, I'm gonna go all the way with X-Men. I'll go with Phoenix. They gotta have some more females. I felt like this one sucked. Where is Gambit? Like, there's no Gambit. There's no Cyclops. Like, how the fuck do you fuck that up, man? Let's go with the ones we've seen. So we've seen Captain America. Oh, sorry. We've seen Iron Man. We've seen Captain America. We've seen Doom. Okay. Running this shit on PS5. Flawless 60. Very clear. I don't got my glasses on. This shit clear as fuck. Yeah, Hawk is a given. I'm going to be interested to see how big he is on there. There we go, dip.
Oh, wrong way.
Yeah, Deadpool fucking crazy. Oh, I missed all of that. There we go, Phoenix. Beautiful. They gotta these are the people they gotta add. They gotta have Wolverine, they gotta have Deadpool, obviously. Phoenix, that's a good move right there. Gambit is such a good character to have, and I know that their art style will make Gambit look cooler than he already has ever looked. So I can't wait to see it. I don't know if they're gonna add him or not, but I would love to. I would love him to add Gambit. Gambit was so good. Marvel vs. Capcom. I got this one too. This one's bad. This one was the one I think that Disney Marvel looked at Capcom and was like, yeah, we like you. We know you're good. You're just not good with this game. I don't like that they made the art style so realistic. I feel like that's what really threw a lot of people off and prevented them from doing the cartoony shit that we love so much. Yeah, nobody liked Infinite. Like, not a soul. I picked it up because it was like super cheap once, and I was very curious. And I played it like a few times, and I wish I forgot. Yeah, I really wish I forgot. I really did like this version of Iron Man with the, the pants and shit. That was pretty dope. Nice. Fucking Hulk. I'm gonna put this on my list. It's currently marked down until the 19th of June for $30. It's a good collection of games, don't get me wrong. This is the Fighting Collection Part 1, right? Power Stone is in the Fighting Collection Part 2. What the fuck? Spider-Man, Star-Lord, Miss Marvel, Doom, Ghost Rider. These are the fighters so far. Yeah. There's tons of room to add anybody else. That's where it starts to get confusing because Marvel has so many characters. From small characters to obscure characters. But it's a lot. Got him. Got him. Oh. Shit, he's up here saying, sure, you can. That's like Ryu's moves. He's also doing, oh wow, he's also doing uppercut. It's a good idea. I'm half asleep, but yeah, sure. Oh, you earn points from doing training mode.
Heroes.
Yeah, no. How do you do arcade mode?
Welcome to the world of Marvel vs. Capcom 3, where the finest heroes assemble. Get ready for the fight of your life.
There we go. I already know what I'm picking. Wolverine, Captain America, Iron Man. I know I got access to all the fucking outfits, but I forgot what all the outfits look like. They don't really give you a preview, they just give you a different color. I wasn't a big fan of that either.
Asgard, Sea of Space. There can be only one
What
winner.
the fuck?
My claws have been aching for some action. Give me a sit rep.
Go for broke. Fight! First attack.
Get back down here, buddy.
Gotcha.
Oh, he got me.
Tornado open fire.
Good. Crossover.
Circa barrage.
Level 2.
Drill claw. Take. Need lead.
Level 2. Crossover assist. Crossover assist. Good.
Tornado claw.
Cool. Danger.
Loading grenade.
That nigga. Damn, he got me. He killed me. Oh man, he killed the shit out of me, bro.
Level 3. Yes.
Fire in the hole. Strike.
Nope.
Not yet.
Reversal.
Shield flash. Charging stuff. Final. Justice. Here comes. Fall in.
Fuck out of here, bitch.
Yes.
Bring him back. Bring him back.
Shield flash.
Level 3.
Stars and stripes.
Crossover assist.
Excuse me. Stars and stripes. Shield flash. Stars and stripes.
Yes.
Stars and stripes.
Yes.
Foot dive.
Crossover attack.
Challenge.
Yes. Engaging guard.
Open fire.
Good. Danger.
Stars and stripes.
I'm trying to.
Level 4. Down.
Fuck! I'm trying to get close to these niggas, but
Down.
there we go. Doom, get back in here.
Danger. Level 3. KO. You win.
It's hard to get close because you walk too slow. I'm gonna have to double tap. Double tap to get my ass all the way over there.
Get ready for the fight.
I think I could have did better. I don't know if I'm gonna do better this time, but I'm gonna try.
You are
Get ready to brawl. Fight!
Look at this bullshit.
First attack. Charge.
Nope. Nope, you done, Mata. Ah, fuck. I gotta get more damage on you, buddy.
Not planning on dying yet.
Tornado claw.
Crossover attack. Crossover attack.
Sorry, soldier.
Danger. Crossover attack. Yes. Crossover attack. Great. Crossover attack. Danger. KO.
He almost killed me, but I wiped this whole team without getting killed this time.
That's what it means to stop the press.
Nice.
Get ready for the fight of your life.
Oh, I'm fighting Wolverine myself.
Naked for some action.
No one will stand in my way.
Oh, this
Get ready to brawl. Fight! Advancing guard. Crossover attack.
oh, what?
Yes. Crossover attack.
Excuse me. Tornado claw.
Level 2.
Tornado claw.
Cool. Level 2. Crossover attack.
Excuse me. Crossover
Crossover attack. Advancing guard.
I gotta kill this Wolverine real quick.
Tornado claw.
Danger.
Excuse me.
Crossover attack.
Tornado claw.
Crossover attack.
Excuse me.
Crossover attack.
Sorry, soldier.
Crossover attack.
Excuse me.
Down. Face me.
Nice. I already knew it. He about to fuck me up with that fucking sword. Damn.
Advancing guard. Advancing guard.
Punching star.
There we go.
Level 3.
Shield slash.
Crossover attack. Crossover combo.
Charging. For freedom. Stars have strike.
Cool.
Down. I need backup. Fire. Excuse me.
Where's that other Wolverine at?
Stripes. Shield slash.
Danger.
Come on, Wolverine, come back in here.
Crack down. Stars and stripes.
Level 3. Danger.
Acceptable.
You about to fucking kill me.
Stars and stripes. For freedom. Stars have stripes. Tony. Here's the finish. Sorry, soldier. Weapon X.
Oh, he got me. He got me. Did he get me?
Wonderful. Advancing guard.
Sorry, soldier.
Come on, Captain America. Maybe you can fucking do something.
Shield slash.
Yes.
Stars and stripes.
KO.
He killed me.
You
I had one more hit on him to kill him.
Yours, on the other hand.
I haven't played this in a while, but I gotta remember that once they put a character away, I don't really know how to summon them back to the battlefield, but once they put a character away, they're healing,
8.
and I don't want them to heal.
Welcome to the world of Marvel.
What the fuck?
Capcom 3, where the finest heroes assemble. Get
Not
ready
gonna
for
do
the
that.
fight of your life. Deadpool.
I'm gonna do something different.
Spider-Man. 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 Wolverine. 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 Wolverine.
That's pretty dope. That's the brown outfit.
Wolverine. 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 Iron Man. 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 Captain America. Captain America.
Yeah, I'm definitely picking this one.
Great choice.
There can be only one winner.
My club's been aching for some action.
No one will stand in my way.
I'm gonna try.
Live and let die. Fight! First attack. Good. Crossover assist. Blast.
Bad move.
Yes. Advancing guard.
Tornado claw.
Blast. Crossover attack.
Tornado claw.
Yes. Level 2. Crossover assist.
You might.
Tornado claw.
Yes.
Boring.
Tornado claw.
Level 2. Crossover assist. Good. Crossover assist.
Tornado claw.
Yes. Crossover danger.
Sorry, soldier.
Crossover assist. Down.
Yes, got them dumbass Wolverine out.
Yes, it's my turn.
Slash. Berserker barrage. Berserker charge. Iron Fist.
Get that unibeam out. I knew you'd go block it. Fucking dumbass. Oh, that's angled up.
Danger. Down.
Being defeated.
Cool.
Eliminating all obstacles.
I did much better this time. She might fuck me up. She's so fucking.
Crossover assist.
Sorry, soldier.
Crossover breakaway.
Sorry, soldier.
Yes. Crossover assist.
Sorry, soldier.
Damn, I'm missing it because it's angled up.
Danger.
She about to fucking kill me.
You win.
Told you. A nice candlelight dinner would have been better.
Beautiful.
Get ready for the fight of your life.
My club's been aching for some action.
Be a lamb. Go gentle on me.
Live and let die. Fight! First attack! Berserker charge! That's it now! Yes! Crossover assist! Sorry, soldier! Tornado block! Yes!
Come on, Wolverine, get.
Unacceptable! Bad move! Sorry, crossover attack! Bad move! Berserker slash! Reversal! Danger!
She about to kill my Wolverine. Yep, they killed my Wolverine.
Allow me! Level 1! Yes! Crossover attack! Cool! Fire! Crossover attack! Child suckers! Crossover attack! Come on! Snap back! Advancing guard! Stars and stripes! Level 2!
This could be hard because he's so small, but he's powerful. Damn.
Level 2! Now! Crossover danger!
But yes! Got his dumbass out the way.
Stars and stripes. Stars and stripes.
Excuse me.
I've got you now.
Crossover attack!
Excuse me.
Level 3! Yes!
Yet.
Yes! Crossover attack!
Stars and stripes. Shield slash.
Danger! Crossover attack! Down!
Yeah! Good job with the unibeam.
It's getting fun.
Shield slash.
Danger!
You got me. Finger slip. Sweaty.
Yes! Danger!
Let's dance.
Nice. You got a special attack right when she needed it.
Like this, don't
Sweet! KO!
Take that unibeam, bitch.
You win!
Can't block all of it.
Told you. A nice candlelight dinner would have been better.
Get ready for the fight of your life.
My club's aching for some action.
World's greatest marksman, at your service.
Ready? Fight! Advancing guard! First attack! Back over assist!
Sorry, soldier.
Oh, bitch.
Crossover assist!
Sorry, soldier.
Crossover assist!
Sorry, soldier.
Level 1! Danger! Crossover down!
Had to kill you. Had to kill you, Hawkeye. Get your dumb ass out of here.
Level 2!
Tornado claw. Drill claw.
Crossover attack!
I command you. Tornado claw. Mighty.
Crossover assist! Level 2! Reversal! Advancing guard!
Excuse me.
Level 3! Advancing guard!
Use might.
Crossover assist! Danger!
Mighty smash.
You got me.
Shall never tie.
You got me. You killed me.
Cool! Down!
I had to get some hits on you, though.
Advancing guard! Crossover assist!
Sorry, soldier.
Danger!
Yeah, bitch. You're in danger. And you're dead. Captain America, come out.
Advancing guard! Breakaway! Yes!
Sorry, soldier. Project star.
Crossover assist!
Sorry, soldier.
Breakaway!
Fire. Stars and stripes. Beam. Sorry, soldier. Stars and stripes.
Danger! KO!
like Civil War all over again.
He said like Civil War all over again. That's dope.
Get ready for the fight of your life.
My claws been aching for some action.
Your Honor, the defense is ready to present.
Live and let die.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
First attack.
Swiss cheese.
Yes. Yes.
These fucking papers in my face.
Advancing guard. Crossover. Level crossover. Advancing guard. Crossover. Level 2. Danger. Advancing guard.
What kind of bullshit is this?
Down.
Sorry, soldier.
Level 3. Crossover attack.
You can't run away. You're in for a world of hurt. Mr. Not over yet.
Oh yeah, they're fucking. They whoop my ass.
Advancing guard. Down.
Yep, they whoop my ass like it's nobody's business.
Crossover attack. Yes. Level 4. Crossover attack. Yes. Crossover attack.
My follow through sucks.
Level 2. Advancing guard. Danger. Great. Down.
Okay, got him.
You asked for it.
Level 4.
Shield just like cat.
Danger.
Yep, you got me.
I see you.
You got me.
Judo throw.
Damn.
Level 4.
Just like
Yes. Danger. Crossover.
His support though killed me. Fuck, he got me.
You lose.
Maybe I should show you how to use that shield.
I'll take the L.
Continue. 9, 8, 0. Game over.
It's too early to give up now. Maybe you just need to take a break.
Yep, I am gonna take a break.
A new title has been unlocked.
Player points acquired. I feel like 3 had a good cast of characters. I wasn't particularly fond of the art style, but it makes sense because it's Marvel comic book characters versus Capcom. Not so much comic book characters, but still. I think they did alright. I don't think this was horrible, but again, the nostalgic factor and how many characters were available on Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is just something I just don't think Marvel could ever top. Yeah, they just couldn't top it. With how modern gaming is, with DLC characters and shit, Infinite sucked because of that. Damn, man. I gotta work on my positioning for air combos, so when I launch characters, I don't follow through. And I don't follow through because I don't know where my character is on the ground, so I don't even try to jump. Because I don't want to jump and miss, and then I'm up in the air and they're fucking me up. So, that's something I have to get used to when it comes to those games. Normally, I'm playing fighting games where we're kind of like always down on the ground. Even if we jump, we don't jump so far up that I can't see where everybody else is. It's different. They making jokes about the Arc System shit. But I do need to brush up on the Arc System games. If I can. Cause there's an Arc System game, Dragon Ball Z. Is it Dragon Ball Fighter Z? No, it's not Dragon Ball Fighter Z, is it? No, Namco Bandai. No, it's not Dragon Ball Fighter Z, is it? No, it's something else. It's Dragon Ball Break, not Dragon Ball Z, not Kakarot, not Xenoverse. I think it is Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I think Dragon Ball Fighter Z is the name of the game that Arc System worked on. Trying to. Is this the game that they worked on right here? Isn't Dragon Ball Fighter Z, isn't this the game that they actually worked on? I thought this was, I thought it was this. It's not, we don't got that many fucking Dragon Balls. Dragon Ball Z.
Try one of these!
Get a load of this! Now die with this planet!
What a beautiful show!
Speak down to it.
Things are only getting started.
You're about to find out what it's like to fight a real Super Saiyan!
I'll show you what happens when you
Cutscenes look good, but the gameplay is ass. I don't know what they're trying to go at with that one. That one's ass. That's just straight ass right there. Yeah, that ain't getting picked up. I think it's Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I think this is the one that Arc System made. But because Namco Bandai, I think Namco Bandai does the publishing. So they published it, but I think that oh yeah, partnering with Arc System works. Okay, yeah, this is the one. Yeah, this is the one. 3v3 tag. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, yeah. Let's see what the add-ons look like. Crazy? Crazy? Not too crazy. I mean, you could have went crazy because it's Dragon Ball, but yeah, they could have been commentating voices. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. The fighter pass, okay. So it looks like the DLC is marked down, but the game's not. And I never picked up the game, but I had it on Plus, but it's no longer on Plus. The Fighter Z edition. Let me guess, all of them are back on normal price. Yeah, all of them are back up to normal price. Damn. Smart. That's smart of them. That's smart of them to not have this shit marked down now that the Tokon one got announced. But how about this? I'll just keep my eye on it until it goes back on sale, and then I'll pick it up when it gets back on sale. Damn, I should have picked this up. I mean, who would have knew, you know? Now, there's some other ones that I picked up from Arc System before I really knew like they were like that, and I think they were really good. And they were the Guilty Gear games. I think I own a few of them. Which ones I own, I don't know. Guilty Gear Strive. Now this one's marked down. Arc System Works worked on this one. I don't know if this is a recent one, but I know that the art style on, I think this might be, this is 2021. That's 2021. This is just Guilty Gear. What is this? Oh, this is Guilty Gear. Just old. This is the old school. Wow, this is super old school. This probably like PlayStation 1 or some shit. Maybe PS2. This shit's old. Let's see. Now they claim I own this. Let me view the product to make sure that I own it. I do own this one. I hope so. Okay, I own that one. And I know I own this one, right? Let me make sure. Yeah, I know I own this one. Okay, there we go. I'm down with that one. So this came out in 2021. Dragon Ball Fighter Z came out in 2024. Shit. Well, hold on. It was re-released in 2024. Let me go find out the exact date of when that one came, when Dragon Ball Z Fighter Z came out. Carbon date there. That stuff. When did Dragon Ball Fighter Z come out? 2018. Dragon Ball Fighter Z came out 2018. So this actually is older. This is older than the Guilty Gear game. So it'd be better to pick up the Guilty Gear game. And I believe, even though it's underrated, even though I believe Guilty Gear is like severely underrated, this was their baby. I don't know if they own the rights to it. I don't know how that goes, but I know that they worked on Guilty Gear for a very long time. Who owns the rights to the Guilty Gear video games?
The rights to the Guilty Gear video games are primarily owned by Arc System Works. While there was a period where Sammy, which later merged with Sega, held some of the rights to the franchise, Arc System Works fully reacquired the intellectual property for Guilty Gear in 2011. This allowed them to develop and publish new entries in the series without limitations.
Okay, I picked this one up. This is the newest of all of their games. So, as much as don't get me wrong, I love Dragon Ball. I love what it did for anime. I used to watch the anime growing up and everything. And I had a couple other games. But when it comes to what is more recent, I think it would be best to buy the one that they worked on the last to get a good mental image of what they're doing. So I think I'm gonna pick this up. This one's up. This one's like $20 right now. So let me go buy this. No, Don't know how good I'll be, but I'm gonna use this as a reference to start training. Xbox fans. Xbox fans. This is the one that, see, it's weird because a lot of people will go and be like, oh shit, the one I need to pick up is Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Everybody completely forgot that this is their game. Arc System's main game was Guilty Gear, and this is the last one they came out with, which is in 2021. So what that means is, if you really want to get a good glimpse of how they are, this is the one. So I'm gonna stop these others. These other ones are gonna get stopped. Yeah, let me stop those. No. Fuck. I pushed the wrong button, didn't I? Yep. I knew I pushed the wrong button. Let me get this out of here. Nope, we're gonna get the latest one that they worked on. Guilty Gear Sign. Yeah, that's an older one. Like, even though it's older, it still looks good. So don't get me started. Like, they're a great developer. When they can cook, they're gonna make something really good. But this is the latest one they came out with, so you can get a better glimpse of their true skill with Guilty Gear Strive. And I would recommend, if you are trying to seek how good they are, you gotta go pick up this game. This is the one you pick up. And they did just announce this character. I do remember recently they did just announce this character, which I thought was kind of weird, because I thought that this was older than Dragon Ball. But in reality, this one's newer than Dragon Ball. Animations are really fucking top notch here. Like, they do good. Like, I would watch a Guilty Gear like anime if they did the artwork. Like, if it was truly inspired by what they're doing, I'd watch it. I would watch it, man. It's so good. Yeah, that looks fucking phenomenal. What's this? Additional stage? What is it? If it got water on it, I'm all there. Got water? A little bit. It's beautiful. Like, everything they doing is like hand drawn and shit. Let's see what they got on that DLC. I know they got a lot of fucking DLC. Look at that. All these different outfits and shit. Not bad. Not bad at all. Additional character. I remember seeing this character a lot. I used to see this character a lot on my Twitter feed. Jesus. Nice. Look at that art. It's like Straight out of a fucking anime. So yeah, this is the one. Oh, they got tournaments for this one. Oh, they got active tournaments. Okay, cool. Damn. Like I said, it is truly sad how I feel like people completely forgot this game. Like, this is the one. This even has haptic feedback support and everything else. Like, this is the one. I can't wait to see what this looks like. Yeah, I can't wait. So I own I think I own about 3 Guilty Gear games now, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 3 or 4. I always thought they were good. I didn't know Arc System was the one that owned them. I know they made them, but I didn't know they owned it. It's nice. They can continue a good relationship with PlayStation. It'll be good. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of the Guilty Gear games were like exclusive to PlayStation, and then I think some of them ended up getting ported over. They ported them over, but you know, Arc System always had a deep relationship with PlayStation. I think the Marvel game that they're working on right now, if they hit it out the park, which I know they will, Sony should seriously think about acquiring them. Now, I know Sony's been really stupid over the last 5 years when it comes to where they should put their games and acquisitions, but I can only hope that they're not stupid anymore. You know, again, I can only hope. Beginning of July, we're going to be in the next state of play for Ghost of Yotai. I'm trying to figure out what the next major game event. I already did the Summer Game Fest. It'll be Gamescom opening. What is it? Gamescom opening night live with Jeff Keighley. Hopefully they have something good to show, but I wouldn't hold my breath. I feel like if they haven't shown anything really good at Gamescom, then he's probably going to show shittier things at opening night live. A lot of people are kind of disappointed with Doom Awakening. But hey, it is what it is. Nobody asked for the game in the first place. But hey, the movie sold good, so they think that, you know, if they make a game, it'll do good. Yeah, well, that sucks. I just read that Warlock about characters getting nerfed. Yeah, I don't know the characters enough for me to go sit up there and spend money on them. I did take a look at them. I was like, nah, right now I already got the game, so I'm gonna play with the characters that are currently in the game. I mean, I think that's the thing that always sucks about these fighting games, or any type of game. It could be a brawling game, fighting game, a Smash Brothers type of game. If people bitch enough about the character, the developer will take it upon themselves to fuck it up. Yeah. I don't really understand this video from Nightwing Stan. He says Marvel is beating DC at their own game. Not really. I think that Arc Systems is beating Capcom at their own game, but DC never made a fighting game quite like Marvel vs. Capcom, so I don't see why they would be beating them. Look at this right here. Where the hell is Marvel's Wolverine? Again, I know a lot of people are about to be like that. That cinematic trailer is going to be 4 years old this September, so yeah, there's a lot of people wondering where the fuck is Wolverine? Where is Wolverine? We're all waiting. People are making fake images and some more shit. We're all waiting for Wolverine, but you know, we haven't seen anything yet. For what reason, I don't know, but hey, it is what it is. Batman and Robin PS1 exploring the impressive open world. Is that true? I don't remember Batman and Robin on PS1 having open world. I don't remember playing Batman and Robin 1.
They don't know it yet, but the universe is about to bring them together.
I've always wanted a friend.
On June 20th.
I always wanted to. What the shit? Is this real? Wow. If that's real, that is very fucking impressive. Yeah, that definitely looks like the PlayStation 1. Wow. God damn. They had an open world Batman on a PS1? It'd be the games that you don't even worry about that end up being the ones that do the most amazing things, you know? That's pretty well done for a PS1 game. For an open world, that is very well done. Oh, you can drive the Batmobile too? Hey, that is pretty well done. I'm not hyping. So not only you can walk around the streets a little bit, get them out, you could drive freely with your Batmobile. You can freely get up out of the Batmobile when you want. Damn, this is crazy. Huh. Didn't know. It looked like you could just beat up people on the side of the street. That's cool. They did a really damn good job for what you probably were allowed to do at this time with the technology. I'm pretty impressed. I was expecting to be some sort of clickbait shit, but I've never seen this before, so it's pretty dope. That's really, really fucking cool. That is pretty fucking cool. Now, I know we're supposed to get access to one of these Grand Theft Autos as well, but not permanent access. So, whenever they put it on the store, I'm probably gonna need to download it, get access to it, see how it is. I think it's Grand Theft Auto 3 Remake or the Remastered. See how that goes. This right here, what is this? This is the Jet Set Radio spiritual successor. Yeah, I think we have access to all the Guilty Gears. I'm not mistaken. We have access to all of them. There's one of them that I did see looked like it came from PS1. Super pixelated. Well, guys, I'm gonna probably get up off of here. You can expect a PlayStation Legion news and updates on Thursday morning at 11 o'clock. So that'll be back to our normal time, at least for this Thursday. Tomorrow, if I go live, it'll probably be a gaming stream, and I'll give you guys a heads up. I'm itching for Star Wars. I need to dive back in there. But I'm hoping that tonight I'll get back on Mandragora and clean some stuff up. I'm sitting at 80% done the game with 47 trophies collected. 30 total trophies are collected now on Mandragora. I do want to aim for the platinum. I see that the platinum's sitting at 0. Let me go see what it looks like. I think it was 0.4%. Now it's 0.5%. So I think it's definitely doable. And I've checked a lot of stuff off my list. So yeah. I might attempt to go for it. Yeah. I understand what you guys are saying about Strive, but I'm not playing. I didn't get Strive because of all the nerfs and things. I got Strive for the visual analysis of how far they have taken the engine visually, not like how balanced the fighting is. I think I have the other ones that you guys talked about by default. I picked those up years ago. Okay. That's normally how it is. If the new game sucks, people go back to the old one. If they can. Eventually, developers are going to start cutting those servers off and forcing you to get to the new ones. Now, I'm not saying they're going to do that for Guilty Gear, but I've seen other developers such as EA do fucked up tactics like that. Speaking of EA, I'm hoping that we do get the new Battlefield this year. Hopefully they're not spooked away by massive amounts of competition, including Call of Duty. Which EA, for some weird reason, are always scared of Call of Duty. I think they just need to bring out Battlefield and hope for the best. I think if the game is great, the fans are going to buy it. And they're going to love it. Okay, that's it. On your way out, hit the like button. If you have not hit the subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. And hopefully YouTube can do their part in reminding you guys when we go live or when a video is posted. I'll see you guys later.